Hello guys, this is Jesper Nissen from schemawriter, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a multi-location business. So the first thing that you do is you click on company info and then you click on add new. And once you are inside of this area, you have two options. You can either enter all the information manually or you can use the Google fetcher here. So let's use the Google fetcher. And what I do is I search for the company name, Alabama Tree Service. And this is just an example company. I'm not affiliated with these guys. I don't know them. It's 100% just an example. So I'm clicking this guy here, AAA, Alabama Tree Service. And I click check. So what this will do is that it will fetch all of the available information that we can get from the Google API, Google Places API. You don't need an API key. We are using our own API key for this. And once you are done, you can just, enter the rest of the information. And I can see here, I can go to their GPP profile, and I can then fetch the name of the website. And let me just click save here. Save button is behind my image. All right. Sorry. So you can see over here to the right that the schema code is being built dynamically as you fill in these information fields. So in the top you can see the organization schema, and then below you can see the local business schema down here. That's the local business schema. So for a tree service, I would select corporation. As organization type, I will select home and construction business as the local business type. You can just leave it to default, then it's organization and local business, I think. Yeah, so you can. So these types here are the organization and local business types that we have from schema.org. So that's what you can choose between. Let me just click save again. So I won't go into details about all of these fields. Once more, fill in as much as you can. I'm selecting these guys to have 24-hour openings. Otherwise, you can just, determine when they open. I just say that they have 24-hour opening time. And let's see here. So a couple of special mentions here is the Georadius schema. So this is the geo information fetcher that we built in. So let's say that these guys, they operate in a radius of 10 kilometers. So when I click generate, it will now fetch all of the zip codes and city names in this radius of 10 kilometers. If I include points of interest, I will also include restaurant names, hotel names, and zoo names, stuff like that. So let me just include both and click generate. It is doing this automatically, and it is included in the in the agency package here. So I can see it. Yeah, it's included in the agency package, and if you have the agency package, it's doing it automatically. But you can add these cities and points of interest and postal codes manually, of course. And you can find the information down here in these 5 accordions. Now it added all of these city names. And if there's a city name or point of interest that you don't want, you just click this delete button and it goes away. So you can see over here to the right, schema code is being built. And to the left, you can see the 4 URLs that we found. So it's the Wikipedia URL, Wikidata, Google Knowledge Graph URL, and Google Maps URL. So we fill them in as we find them in our API. And the postal codes are also, so there's only one. And once again, you can add more, 35903. And don't be, if there is such a zip code, don't be discouraged that sometimes you need to add information, because you only need to do it once. Once you have added all of this information once on this company, then it's done, and then it's saved in the system. There is one dynamical field that I want to pull your attention to. It's called the founders field. So let's say if I add Jesper Nissen as a founder, Then the information in the corporation or organization schema is updated because you can find my name up here as a founder. So, but that's only, of course, if I'm a founder. I'm not a founder of this business, so let me just delete myself again and click save. So I encourage you to go into the persons table and add the founders here. I'm not going into details in this video on simply just fill in the fields. I'll not show you that in this video, but I just encourage you to go in that table first, because then you will be able to actually select the founder for this business that you just created. So I think I won't go into details because you can add these keywords and awards manually. Sitemap, we need that. Because we need to be able to select URLs. So let's check here. So this is the URL of the sitemap. So I copy this guy here. I go over here, paste it in, and click import. So now it's fetching all of the URLs from the sitemap. And you'll be able to see something interesting, because you can see here that it says location. And that's because schemawriter supports multi-location schema for a local business. So the default location for this company is, of course, what I put in here, and all of the address information and the latitude and longitude are fetched using the Google Places API. So let me just click pause, and then sorry about that. So now it's done implementing or importing the sitemap. So I always click save sitemap. In this drop down button, there is only one location because I only have the default location. And over here to the right side, you can see that some of the pages are marked up as article and some of them are marked up as service page, and you can change that. It doesn't really, the only thing that this does is that it affects what kind of schema checkboxes are marked up automatically when you run the reports. So it's not not super important, so but you can just switch between the types here. So let's add a location. I click on locations, I click add new, and again, once again, here in the locations you have two options: either location 2, add this and add all of this manually, or you can fetch information from Google. Let's see here, Alabama tree service. So let's say that, let's just play with the idea that this is location 2. So in this case, I found a Google Business profile. I just click fetch import, and so I see now that they live in Madison County, blah, 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 blah. And all of the information is here. And when you're using this, if I didn't mention it before, okay. Fetch info from Google. Let me try one more time. I think I didn't click save, so click add. Location name, location 2. Let me just add location name and click add. URL 2. Oops, add. Okay, so now I have location 2 saved. So when I add either a company or location and I search for my business name and nothing pops up here, this is because you marked the address as hidden when you created the Google Business profile. And what this means is that Google will respect your wish, and what this means is that we won't be able to find your business name inside of here, or if the address is hidden. It's not dangerous, doesn't mean anything. The only thing that it means is that Google will respect you don't want your address to be hidden. We can't locate it using the API, and you just have to fill in the fields manually. That's what it means. So don't be discouraged if you can't find your business name, then just fill in the fields manually. So we have location 2 created now. I can go to the sitemap and I can see here, for example, this is location 2, for example, and click sitemap. Oh, let's see. You know what? Let me just here. So let's say that this AAL tree service, AA Alabama tree service, is based in location 2. Save my sitemap. So now that I go up to schemawriter, and when I click generate new, I search for Alabama tree service. I select my company to be AAA. And I can see that I selected Alabama tree service before. Yeah, so let's see here. So let's see AAA. Perhaps it's this guy here. Yeah, it must be this guy because here I can select the Alabama tree service. Yeah, I used this Alabama tree service company before as an example. So anyway, here it is. So I put in my keyword. I always select auto. I could select custom and then I can determine myself what URLs we need to scrape, but I just select auto. And then the system does it for me. My country is United States. So now it's searching from United States. We're using the Google Search API, among other things, to determine and scrape the URLs that are ranking for this keywords. And let me just click generate. So now the system is running and it's generating the report, and it takes between 2 to 3 minutes. And let me just click pause. So now it's done, and let me click view. And I can see now that so this is the entire schema code. I can click copy. I can go to schema.org and I can validate. This is just something that I always do. There shouldn't be any errors because that's kind of like the idea behind schemawriter, right? But I mean, you never know. So I always validate the schema just as part of my work in progress. To the left, I can see the entire schema code. To the right, I can see the types of schema. So this this is not a product page, so I will instantly, remove this. I can open the organization schema and check the information here. And it's the same information that I entered over in the company info. And the local business schema I can see here. So this is where I actually determine what location this is for. And I did select location 2 for this URL over in the company info, and it remembers that. But if I made a mistake, I can select default. And you can see if you inspect over here to the left, you can see what changes, and changes, So it changes, when I update here, it also updates over here to the left. So this has been the tutorial of how to create multi-location business and how to create reports for multi-location pages. Thank you.